Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we are taking a detailed look at the Bellroy Cooler Caddy that I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you content to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. All right, so kicking it off, we have the arcade gray colorway, which is kind of this grid pattern. This is actually the leather-free version. A couple of other versions have leather and they have a bunch of different colors. I personally don't like the look of this checkerboard that much, like kind of grid design. Your mileage may vary. I like some of the more solid, subdued colors a little bit more. As far as shape goes, it's like a box. It fits relatively well inside of another bag. It can also hang off with this, which I'll show you a little bit later, the handle here. But just wanted to talk about the components. So not much going on anywhere on the bag except for this handle up at the top here. So this has been pretty nice. Even at its loosest setting, it is a bit weird to zip and unzip, I've noticed. Like getting it that extra way kind of requires you to like push it out of the way and zip it up. However, I like the concept. So you can just unclip this and weave it through something if you want to hang it off of it, use it like a handle, things of that nature. And then there's also a bottle opener right up here at the top, which is a nice little piece. However, like long neck bottles, I guess you could fit them in here like lengthwise, but standing straight up and down, I've got 6 cans in here right now in an ice pack. I guess if you had like red stripes or something like that, like smaller, more stout bottles, that would work well with this bottle opener. But right now the cans totally fit inside the best, and you can see from the height, there's just a little more space up at the top. I guess if you had bottles, you could kind of lay them this way if you wanted to. And yeah, I like these flaps here because you can actually compress this down. So like in handle mode, gives you like a little kind of purse looking, brief looking thing. Then you can actually cinch this down, maybe if you're like sticking it in your backpack, and those just fold up into a little box, which is super cute. You can hang it from the handle as well. So you got a bit of versatility in the handle. It's like, for zipping up, I'd maybe want it a little bit looser, but as far like I wouldn't want this much looser just flapping around for that reason. So that extra little bit of work on the zip, I think is totally fine. All right, I quickly wanted to show how this packs inside of a bag. This one is from Bellroy, but it fits in a bunch of other bags as well. So they definitely took the size into consideration. I do have an ice pack in here. However, when I was traveling with it, I was putting like in ice from the hotel ice machine. And that leaked a little bit. So I would caution you from putting it on the inside of the bag just because of that reason. There's also another option to carry it, which is actually not too bad either. You get more weight on one side, but I've tested it and it's not that bad. You just can kind of like weave it through a strap here and then just carry it on the side of you. It's not annoying as I thought it would be. It's pretty heavy, but it just kind of sits on the side of your body and it's relatively comfortable. So this way works as well. And it's especially good to do it this way, just so there isn't water leaking around inside of your bag if you're choosing to use loose ice instead of something like an ice pack, which I have in here now. All right, we'll get a look inside now. I'm gonna take this off and open up the water-resistant YKK zipper. Actually, I'm gonna keep it on real quick so you can just see. Still pretty easy to access even with this handle. If you wanna like pull something out, take it off, access is even better. So I've got 6 cans in here. Let's just pull those out. Get some club soda or a seltzer if you're on the West Coast. Bubbly water if you're, I don't know, somewhere else. Ice pack is in here too. So that fit in here very, very nicely. And I'll just flip this actually inside out so we can talk about it. So there is that weather resistant zipper, and then we have some 3M Thinsulate material that's gonna keep things, relatively weatherproof in here with this. They have the tape seams here. Again, when I was testing this over the course of 2 days, I had ice from a hotel ice maker, not in any other bag or barrier or anything like that. Unbeknownst to me, it was like the perfect timing because I had this cooler with me and I got to the hotel room and I actually didn't have a fridge and I had some like food with me that I had batch cooked. So I wanted to keep that cooler over the course of the next couple of days. So I just cycled hotel ice in and out of it like about every 8 hours or so, and it definitely got wet because by the end of it there's just pure water on the inside. So highly would recommend traveling with an ice pack. Now that's probably going to be an issue taking an ice pack, you know, through TSA. Definitely check. I think there's some weird rule or something if it's frozen or not. But like, don't quote me on that. Just look it up. But it was really nice to have this cooler there, despite it, you know, getting kind of soaked. So highly would recommend an ice pack. However, you can get away with just using loose ice inside as well. And I'm actually gonna just fill it up with loose ice and water and just show you kind of how it looks and how that weather resistant zipper holds that fluid and the ice inside of it. Okay, so pretend all the ice is melted. There's some water sloshing around down there at the bottom. I've just got 4 cans in here. And as you can see, I mean, I can't really tilt this upside down, but it's holding the water really well. Those tape seams and that 3M insulation, which is great. However, it's gonna leak through the top of this weather resistant zipper, even though it is weather resistant zipper. It's not waterproof. Like I can feel and hear air coming out of there. So let's do it on this side first. Yeah, so you can already see it's kind of coming out. But look at the bottom there. It's like not really wet at all, but there it is coming out. So you're gonna run into that. Now with an ice pack and just kind of like, this is filled with water. But with an ice pack and like and as long as it stays up, it's fine. But with an ice pack and some condensation, you're gonna be a little bit safer. However, if you are just using loose ice, just make sure to keep it upright like this. Don't put it in your bag and have water explode everywhere, and you're gonna have a lot better of a time. So there you have it, the Bellroy Cooler Caddy. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.